Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Owe. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. Jackson on first down. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
1st down, Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Mitchell is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Murray now on first down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 30 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they... You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Dobbins. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. York able to send this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. Open man here. Schwartz complete. And some room to work. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Watch the twitch. Get wide. Switch.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Chubb is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, a 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. In motion left is Beckham. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Chubb. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From midfield now, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. 20. Boy, 184 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run with Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Jackson. Pressure gets to him and any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down. Jackson to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson.
Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing, Jackson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kareem Hunt.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.